Hi everyone, welcome to Monday's English lesson. So we're going to start a brand new story today. Now some of you might recognise this picture from some of the texts that we do have in class and in school, or you might just recognise them from stories that you've read before. So I'm not going to give anything away because if you don't know what it is, then it'll be a really lovely surprise for you. But the first thing I would like you to do is a thought shower of what you think you can see here from the picture. So just look at the picture. Don't read the book. Don't read the story. Don't hunt for it anywhere. Just use this picture and write as many ideas as you can about what you can see. So, for example, I'm going to just type here a small green wheelbarrow. So it's a small green wheelbarrow, which is what the character is pushing. Okay, I'm going to put here some bright oh, yellow dancing, daffodils. So see if you can get your noun phrases in there as well. Remember, a noun phrase is a description of a noun. Okay, so I'm going to continue doing that whilst you pause the video and write your own, and then you can come back and see all of the words that I have used and see if we've got any that are similar or different. Okay, welcome back, Bumblebee. So how did you get on with writing some noun phrases or even expanding noun phrases of some of the things that you can see in the picture? Now, even as I'm speaking, I can see that I have missed quite a few bits of detail from the picture. So let's have a look at my ideas. If you haven't got my ideas, please feel free to write them down and borrow them. I really don't mind sharing ideas with you to help with this description. So I can see a thick brown tree trunk. So I looked at this tree trunk here and I think that that is quite important to describe. There's some nosy forest animals. So here I can see all these animals are used to living in the forest. I've got a badger, a fox, some squirrels, a rabbit. Okay, they are all being very nosy to see what the character is up to. I can see some new springtime leaves. I think this is the springtime. And the clues that give me that are the daffodils and the brand new leaves that are just sprouting from their buds on the trees. So I've also put bright yellow dancing daffodils because I can see the daffodils are popping out here along the path and on the other side. So that just tells me that it is the springtime when the daffodils pop out and show us their colour. We've got some long, thin, overhanging branches. So these here are overhanging the path. And that's what stood out to me on this picture, that they are overhanging the path that the character is walking along. We've got a very curious squirrel who has actually been so brave that he's jumped in the wheelbarrow here. We've got a winding gravel path that is going up here. We can't see very much of the gravel path, but it does look winding from the position that the character is in. And then he is pushing a small green wheelbarrow. So what we're going to do today is we're going to use these descriptions to help us to write a description, a detailed description of the character and the setting and everything that you can see in this picture. So to help me with my ideas, I have just copied them into this page to help me. So when I'm typing, I can use some of the ideas that I have come up with in my spider diagram. So you'll find that a little bit easier because you can see it on your piece of paper. So we're going to come up with a sentence now to describe what we can see in that picture using the ideas that we have already come up with. So see if you can write one sentence whilst I'm typing my sentence, and then we'll see if we've come up with some ideas that we can share with each other. And here are some of my ideas. So you will spot straight away some of the language that I used in the beginning of the lesson. So let's have a go at underlining some of them. I'm going to underline it in red so you can see. So the long winding gravel path is surrounded by bright yellow dancing daffodils and new springtime leaves. So there's the first sentence, and you can see straight away I have used 3 of my ideas from my spider diagram. So I have used, let's tick them off, new springtime leaves, bright dancing yellow daffodils, and the long winding gravel path. So I've actually used those three. Okay, now I've also used some good vocabulary in here because I've put surrounded by. Okay, so instead of just putting long winding gravel path has bright yellow dancing daffodils, I've thought of another word that I can use, which is surrounded. So it shows that those daffodils are all the way round the path. Okay, right, let's have a look at sentence number two. I'm going to change my pen colour just to help a little bit to make it easier to see. So we have got this time the long, thin, overhanging leaves create a canopy over the forest path. Now, I've not actually used the description of the path there, but I have used the long, thin, overhanging leaves. So I'm going to tick that one off. And again, I've used the path again, although I've not described it. Okay, I could also go on to say as the character pushes his small green wheelbarrow down the path. So there's loads that I can put in there. Now I'm just going to point out again, I've used some different vocabulary. So instead of make, I've put create, okay, and I've put canopy, which would suggest that the canopy over the forest is actually creating a shadow. Now we can see from the picture it's creating a shadow because if you look here, you can see the lines of the sun rays coming through the canopy of trees. So try to use some different language when you write your description. I'm really looking forward to reading these because I think you will come up with some brilliant descriptions just from that one picture. So I'm really looking forward to seeing them. Send them through to me so I can have a look at all of the great descriptions you've used. And I might even be able to borrow some of your description when I come to do my writing later on in the week. So send it through to me and I will look forward to receiving it. Take care, everyone.